so feel it coming straight down your face. No feeling, baby, got myself.
When I came here, I knew there was an uncertainty.
This bus station is run by the council, and basically they're not very fucking good at it.
This is big business, basically, you know, railroading small business out of the way in order to make multi-million-pound land deals.
There's lots of individual businesses in Bretonside that are basically going to get squashed out of existence.
And I swear, one more time, give me something to love, give me something to need. If you find yourself broken down, let me help you to your knees. Give me something to love, give me something to need. If you find yourself still broken down.
Artists that are now so ridiculously huge that have come through here, like Enter Shikari have played here, the Easy Star, All Stars, the Skints, who are now massive in the reggae scene, Frank Turner, who headlined Wembley 2 nights in a row.
I just remember some really crazy shows in there. I remember playing a solo show in there one time, and it was kind of at a time when I guess it was probably a little bit of an underplay for me, and the place was absolutely packed out, and I just sort of played, like, didn't play with a set list, just had a really kind of crazy wild evening. It was a good night. The music scene wasn't very good in Plymouth, apparently. We had plenty of local bands, but none of the bands that people really were into and buying the CDs of would ever come past Bristol. Well, that was the feeling. So rather than whinge about it, I figured it's probably best just to try and do something about it. I mean, they were already booking shows at the Phoenix, and before that the Cooperage, and I sort of took the baton from those guys and carried on the good work that they put in. Really wanted a space in which to do that, and this was a good sized room. Just ran it as a very piecemeal operation, always a work in progress, just putting little bits and bobs together whenever we got the cash, and then carried on running shows, booking whatever we could get hold of to establish the venue as somewhere on the circuit and somewhere that bands would want to come to. Booking people from across the other side of the world, the ones that you travel across the country to go and see normally, and I've managed to bring them to my town to play in my venue. I've been able to look after them, make friends with them, and then if they've been happy very often, they'll stick around and have a drink with us afterwards, like Sick of It All, my favourite band at the time.
I've been running BASSFUNK at the White Rabbit for over 6 years. We were the first night to bring drum and bass to the White Rabbit when it was performing in kind of a rock venue. We did really well bringing in bands that were really up and coming, but I'd kind of see advertised the Rabbit and then read about them 6 months later as being like the next big thing.
The crowds were always enthusiastic, and the novelty was there at first because it was a new thing that bands were coming, and a lot of the turnouts were great. But it's always been like a big family, and we've taken people that we know or people that have we've crossed paths with that need something to do or somewhere to go, or a little bit of help in getting by, and that's where the majority of the staff have come into the White Rabbit family and become lifelong friends.
The council wouldn't have released it if they weren't going to grant planning permission. See, the thing is, there's no one lives close to put in an objection, do they? So it's a done deal. Done deal.
My name's Mike Offen. I run Really Good Records, currently residing in Bretonside bus station in Plymouth.
I've run the newsagent serving Bretonside 22 years. Business been in my family 45. Yeah?
It's a very visual location. You have a diversity of people. You get to meet people of all age groups and all persuasions. And as such, I think it's quite a fluid place to be.
I think they just need to do it up and spend the money wisely somewhere else. You know, we've got a cinema over there, we've got a cinema down there, and the other one in Central Park goes ahead. Why do you need all of them?
I'm going to get thrown on the scrappy with £3,600, and I'm not the only trader down here who's in that position.
Effectively, somewhere in the order of £6,500 in compensation for 15 years worth of hard work. What do I think of Plymouth City Council? Tudor. I don't think I have to put it into words. The look on my face says it all.
There had been a news item in the paper a month previous, but I'd missed it.
Councillor came in to see us, and he told us because it was going into the paper actually that evening, so it was the same day they came in.
It wouldn't have harmed the council to have come along and said to all of the shopkeepers along here before they told the media, because we were told 2 hours before this was going to be made public. Had they come and spoke to us and said we'd like to speak to you in confidence, I'm pretty sure that people would have kept this information under their hat, because it affected our lives personally and directly. Plymouth City Council didn't even have the courtesy to do that.
We found out about this 1 hour before it was released to the press.
Essentially, I was informed by the council, their representative, was courteous enough to come and talk to me about it.
No one really
don't know
knows.
any more than what you do, honestly.
We don't know what's going on, it's just all rumours.
Councillor Lowry was on the radio 2 days after saying they would give assistance and help to businesses in Bretonside. That was two and a half weeks ago. The councillors don't give a flying shit about any of us down here.
They were forced to pay off loans that they were made to borrow under the Labour government. They were forced to give that money back to banks to pay off a loan because the loans they had were supposedly illegal. They paid off these loans to the banks and left themselves broke. Do they look after the public's interests? No.
Well, I'm a realist by nature. When I came here, I knew there was an uncertainty as to the long-term future of the bus station.
If they spent some money and got it looking a bit more modern, then it would bring more people into the station.
It's all about the big bucks. Now, this bus station is run by the council, and basically they're not very fucking good at it.
I moved here roughly 8 years ago from another premises. You know, I've had to move before, so I'm aware of the parameters, what it takes.
First thing Tudor Evans wasted money on was the welcome to Britain's Ocean City. Where's the nearest fucking ocean? It's 200 miles away.
And I'm pretty sure it won't be long before Plymouth City Council find a myriad of ways to throw away the 20 or 30 million pounds that they're going to get for the sale of this plot of land here, and then we'll be back to square one and they'll be looking at selling off some other public assets.
You can't do this everywhere. You need a certain amount of space, you need a certain amount of access, you need parking for a tour bus, you need a certain amount of toilets, fire exits. You know, it's quite a specific building and it needs to be away from residential, because the whole point of it is we make a lot of noise. A lot of spacey noise comes out of this place. So we don't want to be annoying any locals. We understand that what we do isn't necessarily regarded as, you know, everyone's cup of tea. So we have the potential there to annoy people if we moved on somewhere that when we're making a bit of noise. So the bus station was ideal. We're going to find somewhere else. The council have offered us relocation, but I think they're struggling to find a building as well. They are as in the dark as I am, really. They're waiting for a deal to be signed with this new complex. As soon as the deal goes through, they'll give us 6 months notice, and then we'll be asked to leave. So it could be around Christmas time, I imagine. So I'm looking to get out as soon as possible, because we book. All of the shows get booked in like 6 to 8 months in advance, so promoters aren't going to want to put stuff in 8 months' time if they're not sure the venue's going to be here. So I have to, you know, gain that security again, find another place. I'm very keen to carry on, especially after the overwhelming support that I've been shown and all the good things about the venue and what us as a team have managed to create so far with so very little. I think it's spurred me on to look now to get my teeth into something else, get everybody involved, find out what they want from a venue, find another space, style it over again and make it safe. Make sure we've got the council on side this time and that they know we exist. I feel a little bit of a responsibility to make sure that, you know, the next stage of the White Rabbit happens. And essentially, I've been doing this for 10 years now. I didn't go to university. It's kind of the only thing that I can do. I haven't got any skills or trade, so I might as well apply my expertise.
I think that if the White Rabbit was to close, it would have a real impact on the live music scene in Plymouth. I mean, there are other people who can know more about this than me.
If the White Rabbit was to close, then it'd be a massive hole in what's becoming the thriving underground scene again in Plymouth.
It would leave a big hole in the circuit for that part of the country.
I would hope that whatever happens, it's a positive for Plymouth and it's you know, of a wider help to the community of Plymouth and a wider help for the city, you know, putting it on the map.
Just a massive thank you to everybody that's shown their support, rallied round, ever come here, ever played here, ever been a part of it, worked here, had a drink with me, us, made it what it was, what it is, had made some memories here. Thank you to everyone that's been involved in any way.